What's up, everybody? I want to do a quick tutorial on 6 machines. The Stigma Thorn, the original one, this had a 3.0 cam. I sent it back and had a 4.2 cam put in it. This is the new Stigma Thorn limited edition. It adjusts from 2.5, I just got it and it's pretty nice, to 4.5 and anywhere in between. I've heard some reviews on that machine and I definitely don't agree with it. It's awesome. The review that I seen, the guy said you can't use a wireless battery with it. You can use any wireless battery and it's almost like one. For example, if you get the Critical or the Ambition Shorty, you can put it on here and it fits snug because the RCA jack is inside and it's got a gold connector, so it's almost like it wasn't ever wireless. So when he said he had to use his cord to use this machine, I strongly disagree. You don't have to use a cord. Also, I'm going to show you the CNC S-1, which comes with, I think it's a 3.5 stroke or 4.2. I got the 4.2 cam you can buy separately, and this is a nice machine too. Also, you already know the Bisibit Packer. I use this too as a regular. And if you've seen the 2 grips that was on there, I'm not going to take this one apart, but the photo should have it. It's by Easy, and I'm not sure the other brand. They come in like, there's a slit where there's 3 of them. I cut them in 3s and I'll place them on there and then put the tape around. So when these companies don't sell grips, you can make your own, and they're a game changer. So first off, let's start with the Stigmas. Like I said, I had the 4.2 cam put in this one, and let me see if I can find another piece right here. I'm going to show you how it lines. Now, a lot of people say that these machines have vibration issues. They do if you're running them like you want to blow it up. There's always a sweet spot. And for this one, let me turn this up. I gotta plug this in to turn it on. If anyone has the FK iron, when you put it to sleep mode, you have to plug it in to turn it back on. It saves your battery life. This is a very good battery. I got it on the sale. That's normally what I use, but I'm not gonna run and plug it in. I'll just put a different one on here real quick. So I'm not 100% what the recommended voltage is. Like I said, this was a 3.0. I bought it off someone on a Facebook market. And if you do that, always make sure you use PayPal so your transaction secure, because there are people that will try to rip you off out there or see if they got fire protection. I generally run this machine at about 6.5 for both. 6.5 volts for lining and shading. Sometimes I'll drop it down to 6 volts or 5.5. And there's no vibration issue to me. And this company's been around for a real long time. This is a 3-round liner, and it's a long taper. So you see how good at one pass that did. I'm going to show you another cartridge I use. It's by Big Wasp. I don't know the name of that one. I think it's an Amazon cheap cartridge, a Blackbird, but it's actually pretty good. So you can see how good this machine is. Like I said, I did have it sent back and put, that's just 2 passes. You see how solid that is? And I did, like I said, have a 4.0 cam put in it. I sent it back in. I'm in the United States. The place was in Greece or somewhere far away. Even with the tariffs, I got this machine back in 3 weeks. So it's a lot better. I've dealt with FK Irons, Access, Dragon Hawk. I have about 20-25 machines. I'm gonna do reviews on all of them, but I'm gonna try to do like 5 of them at a time. That way you can see every single one of them. Now this is the new Thorn. I got the limited edition, and this is real nice. It is a little bit heavier than the original one. It feels like stainless steel. I do like how this one is smaller. I do like that. But this is still real nice. Like I said, you don't have to use a RCA. I know that guy said he had to use a cord. I'm running this at, I don't know if you can see, like 7.2 volts. So you can adjust this between 2.5 and 4.5. And there's laser engravings. You can adjust anywhere in between you want. 4.3, 4.4, 3.7, 3.8. So at 7 volts, I think his sweet spot was 8. You have to check what the recommended volts is. I think it's 4 to 12. But for me, I'd say between 6.5 and 7, maybe 7.7 is good. And I'm gonna show you too. This thing feels like it's just got power. You see how good that's in there? Now I can light shade on the top if I want. And you see, it's awesome. So I'll show you with a 3-round tight liner. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it all the way up to 4.5. I do use the grips on it just because it's a little bit heavier. But anything that you get used to, as long as you give it a week without using another machine, you're gonna be able to adapt to it. You use it for a day and put it back in your drawer, you're probably gonna go back to your other machine. So make sure that you give it time to learn how the motor operates, because every one is different and runs off different voltage. And you see that's one time. This thing is like a powerhouse. I love both. I also do have a Stigma spear. I don't have it with me today, but I do like their products. I've heard people before say like there's a vibration issue. What they're talking about is when you turn this machine up really high, then it's going to vibrate. But you're expected to know as a tattoo artist how machines run and motors. So you find that sweet spot where it's good for lining and shading. It could be different voltage, varies. It might be 7.5 for lining, it might be 6.5 for shading, and then 5.5 for stippling. But I do like this. You can tell when you pick it up that it's quality. And I got the limited edition, so I don't know if you can find these. I think I bought this one from Killer Ink, and somehow my order got messed up from Amazon. They tried to send me an $850 international COD fee. I was freaking out, and so I called Killer Ink, and they got it straightened out in 24 hours, and I got my package on time. Because at first, the first delivery, they wasn't going to give it to me until I paid the $825. So I called them, they got everything handled fast, and they're in the UK. So that's real good. I had to pay for an international call, but it was worth it to get this. So you can see it's very nice quality. I like both series. I don't know if you can buy these anymore from Stigma. I think you'll have to find them somewhere on eBay. But this thing is awesome. Any battery works with them. You don't have to have a critical or a polarized battery. So also here, I'm going to show you, I'm sure you already know about this, the Bishop Packer. This is definitely one of my favorite machines. Now they have the power wands out, which I want to get the stainless steel one here soon, and I'll do a review on it. This is the OG one. This was their first version. This is, in my opinion, from the machines they have. I haven't tried the liner yet, but I did have the shader, and for me it hit a little bit too soft. I think they recommend to run this between 4 and 8 volts, or it might be 10. You'd have to check the manual. I think it's like 8. I usually use this to line at about between 7.5 and 7.7 volts. And I'm using an Ambition Shorty battery, not the long one. It's real similar to the Critical. It's about 5 grams heavier, I think, or 5 ounces. I'm not for sure. You have to check it, but it's a real good, durable power battery. Because with this machine, some other batteries won't work as well with it. Like this is just a different one. If you turn it on, it takes a minute. Now this isn't the new, this isn't my Dragon Hawk. This is the old ink claw. They have an updated one now that runs the wand. I seen a video on it. This was their first version, so this is the old one. Now this one would do this with it. Well, that's not what I was looking for. Let me turn it down. It would kind of squill. I seen another video on it. It wouldn't kick it over because it didn't have a jump start feature, but the new one does. So you hear that kind of beeping where it's hesitating, and it doesn't get like the power of the battery. So let me turn it down a little bit more so you can hear what it sounds like. See that? It's not even moving. And you gotta adjust your needle kind of down, and then it's weak. So I would use a Critical battery with this, or this one, the Ambition Shorty, or the new version of this by Ink Claw or Dragon Hawk. And I'll do some tutorials on Ink Claw when I get some of their stuff. I want to get the Passion. I think it's a 3D printed machine, but you can change every stroke in it, which is awesome. I know they make good products, so there again, you've already heard about this machine, of course. There's one time it lines good. And this is just a quick tutorial for you if you're wondering about any of these machines. Like I said, I got about 20 of them, and I am in the plans of trying to start a online business of just stuff that I know that's quality or works, because I do use a lot of Dragon Hawk or CNC products, or these other companies that are coming out, and I'll let you know if they're good. But yes, this is definitely a good machine. Next, I'm gonna start with this. This is a CNC Wii. Now you can get 3 different cams for this. Which that is your cam wheel. So I have the 4.0. You can also get a 3.5 and 3.0. But for me, I like this one. I'd like to see them come out with a 4.2 cam for it. It's kind of got the color voltage like the flux. To me, this thing hits pretty hard. It's got like a punch to it. And you can see right here, I'm gonna kind of rake backwards with that. You see that? So it has this doesn't have a quick grip, I don't think. It might. Let me feel. Can't really feel with that grip on. It does have a quick grip, I think. But the ones that don't, they're so quality. There'll be like the O-rings on there. They're nice and tight. They're not going to move on you. unless you over grease it. You don't want to oil, none of that. Always read the manual. But you can see, I've had this for years. Like I said, I have about 20-25 machines, and I'll do a review on them because I know some people want to know, just like I did, can I use this and tattoo? Can I use this and tattoo as good as I can with this, the Bishop? Yeah, if you practice, it's definitely just as good. Like, you'll see when you buy different machines, you'll like how some run. Some people don't like a certain machine because it hits kind of soft or the way it hits, but that's part of the process of buying and seeing what you like. Some people will be like, why do you still use this machine? Because I know it's reliable and that it's going to work, and because it worked for me when I use nothing but it. So you can also buy parts for this. I think the grip, the cam, like I said, you can buy extra battery, which is a good option. I'm going to show you real quick. It starts off, if you turn the battery all the way off, at its recommended voltage. And that's for, I think, lining and shading. If I'm going to line, me personally, I'll go up like 2. And you can see how hard it hits. It's got like a punch kind of to it, which I like. It's pretty cool. So the next one and the last one, I'm gonna try to make these quick so you guys can find out about 5 machines at one time. This is the S-1. I also had the C2, but I didn't bring it with me today. And it has a 3-point stroke in it. And I really didn't, it's kind of similar to that I really didn't like it as much because I tried to change the cam. It did have a cam wheel in it. I don't think the 4.0 would fit in it for some reason. Now this comes in a 3.5 stroke, and you can buy the cam for extra, I think it's like 20 bucks. So I have the 4.2, so it's similar to my Bishop, and it comes with the battery. What's cool about this is it's the same way. When you turn it on, it'll pop on. It starts at the recommended voltage, just like the other one, 8 volts, which they're usually right. I'm gonna show you what it does lining with 8 volts. You see that? I got the 4.2 cam in this. And another thing I like is it has your settings. So you have your shader and the liner. So when you're working on a client and I want to go down to my shading, I hit it, which my shading set at 6.7. And they don't have to wait while I sit there and click through all the voltages till I get it where I want. And when I go back to my liner, I hit it and it changes. I got mine set at 6.8, even though they say 8 volts. 6.8. Because for me, that's the sweet spot. And how you set that is I'm gonna go up to, well, I'm gonna make it 7.7, and you hold the button down, it'll blink and it's set. So now I go to my shader, 6.7, my liner 6.7. Also, today is my day off. I don't have anything going on for the day, so I'm drinking me some beers. This is a really good beer, and I'm not sponsored by them, but this is a good beer without hangover, just to let you know. So I'm going to take this back up to their recommended voltage, which is 8 volts. Show you one more time. So can you use this and do a tattoo the same way you can do a tattoo with this machine, this Bishop 1 or this Stigma thorn? And the answer is yes, definitely. They all run different. And if you give yourself time to figure out how it runs, what voltage it runs good at for lining and shading, you're going to be able to use it. I've messaged these people, they're in China, and they always get back on me on WhatsApp instantly. They give me discounts. Dragonhawk, I have a lot of their machines, a lot, and they have quality machines too. So you can buy these cheaper ones, but why do we spend more money on these expensive ones? Sometimes you'll feel the quality or the difference of how it runs, so you feel like you're buying something. And a lot of times you can kind of tell the difference in quality on some of these machines, but at the same time they'll come out with a new one and there's quality on these too. I do think that this motor that's in this is a little bit stronger than this one, but I believe that you can do just as good a job with this one. I just kind of like how that one hits. Those are all personal preferences. But with the 4.2 cam, I tried to make it like my Bishop Packer. I use this all the time too because I like how it hits. And I feel like I'm saving the motor life on my Bishop 1. And I think this one only cost me like $169. And this is a cool feature. Now, they didn't intend to do this, but they sell batteries, CNC does individually. This is off the C2. It fits right on there and it works. Watch this. You see that? So now I have 2 different batteries, 2 different styles, 2 different colors, which I don't know if they even know this, but it works. And this was off, I think, the C2. So that one fits. Now this is off the Wii, just battery. This is like a miniature lighter version. You can buy all these batteries from them separately. They did give me a link. I don't know if I'll have time to put it there. Eventually I'll post it or add it on there, but it's a link for a discount, 10%. But if you just email them and tell them that you watched this video from my site, they will give you a 10% discount, because she sent it to me in WhatsApp already because I asked for one. But this is this video, or this battery, and it works just as good with the machine. So they might not have intended that, but I found that out because I already had 3 other machines that all 3 batteries work with this machine. Now the battery with this won't fit onto the Wii or the CNC work, but the other 2 will both fit onto this, which it's a magnetic battery. And this is the Quick It grip, which I really like. It's nice, secure. I like the Quick It grips. I also like the other ones. I haven't really had an issue ever with any of the other ones moving on me. They're usually on there real nice and tight. They're not going to go nowhere when you're holding it. So it's just personal preference. I do think that's kind of cool, but it really doesn't matter. And that's what a lot of this is if you can't afford to buy these $1,200 machines and you want to buy this and know, are you going to be able to do the same tattoo with this as one of the $1,200 machines? Yes. The most important thing is learn how it runs, what voltage for lining and shading. Give yourself time to adjust to it, because when you pick it up at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. You're not going to like it because you're used to your old one. So force yourself to use it for, I would say, at least a month, every day, nothing else, until you go back to your other machine. But after you start trying 4 or 5, making money, you're gonna buy other machines and want to try them out, because that's kind of the hype that they do to us. They know we make money and they can make an affordable machine that'll work good with the same quality. So all the machines, all the batteries, the grips, like I said, I cut them. You'll see the photo. I'm gonna try to stick it on there in 3 pieces. There's 2 here, and then I put the tape around. The other one is like easy. It's good. I put them on there because some of these companies don't sell different grips, and it's a game changer. So experiment with that, because it turns it in almost to another machine. It's like you're getting a new machine. But yeah, they're all quality. So I recommend all of them. I'm not going to say which one I prefer better, because there's days that I prefer this one better than this one. And then when I didn't know how this one ran and I tried to run this one at 8 or 9 volts, I was like, man, it's kind of loud, or a little bit loud or something. And then I found out if I run it at 6.5 volts or 7, it's perfect. Nothing's wrong with it. So like I said, the other video that I've seen, there's only one on this Stigma thorn. He says he loves the machine, but he has to use it with a cord. I don't know why you'd have to use it with a cord. No disrespect to him. When you put a battery on it, it's like one unit. It fits snug because the RCA jack is down there, which I think is really cool that they made that feature, because if I put this on my OG wand, it hangs up and it's a little bit of back weight. Now they have the new power wands where they're a lot shorter, so the battery would be, for example, I think on the new ones, the battery is going to come about down to here, which saves you a lot of room and no back hang. This is also an awesome battery. It does have the numbers on the collars, but all these machines and products are good. I used Amazon brand needle. I think it's Blackbird, kind of Blackbird 3-round liner long taper. It's fine. And I also like these cartridges, the Big Wasp. So yeah, I would recommend all these products. And like I said, I got tons of more stuff. If you'll like my video, and hopefully I can make some more videos. If you have any comments, ask me. If I get time, I'll answer. I'm kind of busy, I might not, but I will try to. When I do, it might take me a minute, so have patience. But yeah, all these products are good.